Who talks about Armada 2.0, I swear to God I will come for you.
Saying that they are surprise mechanics and people love surprises.
To get a Baneblade, the plastic Baneblade, to sell in the store at ROE Games, 19 Park Lane, Havelock. Come by, see us.
Aoski here, and this is By the Numbers.
This week we're going to be going over character creation for Wrath and Glory.
My name is Keith, or you can call me ArmorBoy21. That's my gaming deck. Today we're going to learn D&D.
Oh, hello there.
Your armor, sir?
Boom!
You take 7 points of damage.
Alright guys, we're rocking out really hard tonight. So what we got going on is Crease.
There will be swearing and or shenanigans of the adult nature.
Damn it!
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Gamer Interrupted. My name is AJ East Coast, and I am your host. And tonight I've got with me, you recognize their faces, Doc Shippey and Griffin. How y'all doing tonight?
What's up, AJ?
Yes, the doctor is in, and I told Griffin before stream we were going to try this catchphrase out, the Griffin has landed.
Yeah, I don't know if you're still going to be able to get me to say that, buddy. I'm sorry.
As always, guys, this is a Enter the Gamer actual production and sponsored by Fit and Prep food delivery here in Orlando, keeping your boy nice and strong and swole. But we're just going to get right to the news tonight, guys, because we have some good segments to talk about later tonight. Me and Griffin promised you last week we will be talking bad games, and we got Doc on here because, you know, Doc is the king of rants. And we'll have some good rants for us tonight. So... Doc and Griff, let's go right into it. Doc, you said you want to start us off with our first topic tonight.
Yeah, so the Lord of the Rings game, they announced Gollum, which looks like it's going to be pretty cool. It's a game, first-person game from the point of view of Gollum. It looks kind of interesting, like a creepy, crawly Assassin's Creed style thing.
My precious.
But it was delayed, so there's that.
I like that.
As we all know, my stance on delayed games is I would rather a game be delayed than come out shitty.
Griffin, I just really liked that they were like, listen, guys, so this game is going to be super cool and we're going to do it, but we're not ready yet.
Sounds familiar. That sounds real familiar.
Hey, but at least they're being upfront. Like Doc said, the truth from up front. And also, you know, don't say anything about when it's coming out. Just say, you know, you're working on it. That's the best thing that you can do. Take all of the lessons learned from this past year and put them into fruition when it comes to releasing games. That is the biggest issue I can talk about when it comes with the pandemic and everything that's happened in the last year. We're almost coming up on a whole year now of the whole thing.
Yeah, we are. We are.
Our anniversary edition is true, Doc. We got to find out what day we actually started Gamer Interrupted. I think it's sometime in March. Was it?
I'll check back through our stream.
Uh-oh. Are you guys still there? Just 1 second, guys. Oh, y'all still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah.
All right, looks like. Sorry about that, guys. We just had a minor cutout. Sorry, Doc. What were you saying?
I don't remember.
Yes, games being
delayed. We were talking about
the pandemic.
Gamer Interrupted. We started in March.
Yes.
Towards the end of March, beginning of April.
Nice. Yep. We'll definitely have to do a big one. But yeah, guys, a whole year now of the pandemic, a whole year of this, you know, games coming out delayed. You know, the best thing you can do right now is just look forward to the future. Just let the game developers do their things. Don't be like the other fucking fans with Cyberpunk and send people death threats because you're not ready. That's not the appropriate thing to do. No.
It's just acting spoiled, man.
But with a positive thing, guys, to do come out that has come out of the pandemic. We've touched on it many times all summer. I did cover the spending and the amounts that were spent and the increase of spending in video game sales. I believe they were out to $11 billion through the year. That's incredible for 2020. And because of that, guys, their companies are now in a surge of game designers and developers and artists. They need them like crazy. A huge influx has just recently
Oh, hell yeah.
and I think a lot of that too, Griffin, has to do with some people, the guys that we grew up, knowing, like Sid Meier and, everybody from our age, they're all retiring, they're getting old now, there's like, there's needs for a fresh start.
You got to start nothing lasts forever. You have to start somewhere. I've always abided by that. The old generation, some of them are going to be leaving shop, and it's up to the newer generation to carry it on. And that's just the way that life really works. So why wouldn't it not play the part in video games as well? It'd be kind of interesting to see what's going on in this new day and age with the new graphic designers, video game concepts, and whatnot coming into play through these new these new people coming into the companies.
Not to mention, think about what it's going to do for education as well, because, as I'm getting a game design bachelor's, but, that's not available at a lot of universities. So I think a lot of universities and things like that, especially the especially the private ones, will start to offer that kind of education as they see the need fit for more designers. Do you agree with that, Doc?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Especially with them getting rid of a lot of that old guard, the guys who are kind of set in their ways, and they're looking for new, fresh ideas, especially with a lot of these newer companies starting up. I can almost guarantee we're going to be seeing a lot more of these gaming colleges, so to speak, starting up. So it's a good time to get in development.
I do fear that people are going to take advantage of this, and you'll start to see a lot of like online, certificate programs or like Facebook targeted ads and shit like that say like, do you want to be a coder? Take our class.
I keep getting those on Facebook. I don't know how, but I keep getting those on Facebook.
Because once upon a time you mentioned video games, and now they know.
They're like, you want to be a graphic designer? How about a game tester? I'm like, oh, hold on. How do you know that?
But also what I can also think about this is that a lot of these work and the jobs and development and things like that, the pandemic has proved that it can be done from the comfort of your home. From where I'm sitting right now, I can do that job. And that's kind of crazy to think that, imagine some of the companies that are going to start, not necessarily cleaning house, but their employees don't have to come to big offices. They don't have to spend all day long there. They can do all the work from home, Wi-Fi permitting. But, and that's pretty crazy. If you guys remember when we had Billy and Isaac on, when we did our graduation, we talked about Full Sail graduates. Billy received a job at Madden. He told me that he never has met his coworkers in real life. So I mean,
sounds like a dream. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm not. Listen. For me, it does sound pretty awesome. You get to go out of your bed, go 90 feet to your desk, and start working. But I don't know if I could do that forever, man. I think eventually I might have to get to the office every once in a while.
Yeah, that's the dream right there. You're telling me I can work and I don't have to put on pants? Hell yeah.
Are you admitting there's no pants on right now?
No, I got pants on right now.
Oh, okay.
Only because I just came in from outside, but hey.
Well, Doc, you told us before stream that you had some news regarding Warhammer and things like that. And you are our board game specialist, I should say, tabletop specialist.
So this is more of a Salt Games type of Salt Mines type of thing. But I figured being a Salt Mines is kind of in hiatus right now, I'd do a little Salt Mines section right here. Earlier this week, about 5 days ago, we had this big Warhammer reveal. They kept talking about, hey guys, there's a lot of stuff coming down. It's Death and Decay, this big thing. And the releases we got were really nothing big. Like Games Workshop, get me excited about something. And it was like, hey guys, more Space Marines and Necrons. Now, don't get me wrong. I love Space Marines and Necrons because those are two of the armies I play. I know there's a lot of players out there that sit there and they're like, well, what about the Xenos? What about the alien races? And get that Xeno races aren't really big in the meta right now, but currently the world champion of Warhammer 40K is an Eldar army, which is Space Elves, for those who don't know what 40K is.
Space Elves sounds dope.
So really a market for it. It's pretty badass. So Doc Shippey to GW, your shit together, put out some Xeno stuff. I'm happy I got my Space Wolves right out the gate, so I'm happy you can screw the rest of the Space Marine chapters. Just, get some big Eldar booty out there.
Well,
Big Eldar booty up
Eldar
there.
booty, yeah. We hope there's some new releases.
Eldar booty.
Griffin, you
God,
got
I
it,
Big
I
Eldar
really
booty.
knew what that meant.
I don't know what that means either. I'm just.
Google it. Google it.
Should I put it on incognito mode?
It is a good thing that Twitch does let us know that this broadcast is presented in TV mature, just so you know.
I'm so glad I made that decision not to go family friendly anymore.
Speaking of a family friendly, that this topic's going to turn the other side. But Griffin, I know you had some things to tell us about Cyberpunk the last few weeks. I've also kept us updated, and I know you've got some more Cyberpunk news this week.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, so Cyberpunk developers have now released a guide on how to work around the bugs. So,
When I read this,
hold on.
I laughed so hard. Like this, I'm legitimately blushing at fucking how funny that is.
So, guys, we know our game is bullshit. Here's a guide on how not to deal with our crap that we put out. Trust me, guys, it's about as useful as just using toilet paper.
I mean, they could have easily paid me in the beginning, and I could have told them just ignore the fucking bugs. I mean, I've been saying it since day one. Just ignore it. It's pretty easy. You just fucking laugh at it and just act like it's not existing.
That is the greatest thing in the world, guys. It is 2021. We have 8K televisions. We have fucking hoverboards. We've got cars that can drive themselves. And Cyberpunk releases a guidebook similar to the Boy Scouts of America guidebook on how to play their broken game.
Wait for this.
Or, wait, I have an idea. They could just fix the fucking game and release it. As I saw
Then you have to get a return on all those guys.
To work around your own bugs. Like, are you serious? Are you fucking kidding me? Like, you really did that. Whose idea was that? Did they have a board meeting, Doc, and they were like, so all right, so we've already pissed everyone off for about a year. What's the worst thing we can do now? It's
That seems probably
Not a
right.
guide on how to work around it.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
God, that is just ridiculous, man.
Wow.
You are professional game designers.
Wow. Like, CD Projekt Red used to be the golden children of fucking games, right? They put out The Witcher and all the awesome Witcher content, and everybody was sucking their dicks left and right. Then they dropped this blasphemy, this abortion of a game. Come on, guys. Come on, man.
You're gonna have a fucking backup plan for this one.
I mean, at least Fallout 76, they're like, guys, if we keep polishing it, eventually it'll be a good turd.
Eventually people will get there.
Or No Man's Sky, we didn't give you everything you promised, but it's still a playable game.
I've said that before. I said you should be playing No Man's Sky right now. It's fun. Did I say that in 2016? Fuck no.
Nope.
But, but the fact that you're already starting like this, there's no coming back, unfortunately.
There's no redeeming it.
And even if you wanted to save
I
the
can
game with
guarantee-
multiplayer, that would just make it worse, because can you imagine the bugs then?
Remember Anthem? Remember what happened with Anthem?
Oh,
They
I
hyped it up so big and they put up this giant piece of trash. This is what's going to happen. Like, Cyberpunk 2077 is going to go the way of Anthem. It's such a broken game. It's going to lose players. Like, I'll wait for 5 years down the line when the game's finally finished and they produce a Game of the Year edition version of it.
Yep. Cyberpunk 2.0, Night City 2, or whatever they'll call it.
Multiplayer edition.
Yep. Multiplayer edition. That's definitely going to
It's going to
happen.
come with a Battle Royale.
Oh, God.
Isn't that
Microtransactions.
the fix for all games? Isn't that the fix for all games? Hey, it's broken. Let's put out a Battle Royale mode.
Yeah.
We've saved the game, guys. We saved it.
Well, I know to bring the mood down a little bit, I'm sorry I have to do this one, but we do need to break the news on a couple of passings this week. I have one, and Doc has one as well. Mike Nash passed away early at the age of 36. He was the graphic design and concept artist and game artist for Horizon Zero Dawn. And most notably, some of the most incredible concept art I've ever seen. Absolutely beautiful work, you know, and it's just extraordinary to see someone that, you know, to be able to put that kind of creativity and then put it into the video game, and it looked seamless. It was wonderful, you know. So it's very sad to hear that at such a young age, the talent taken, you know, very early. So you know, definitely rest in peace to Mr. Nash, and the condolences to the whole Horizon Zero Dawn team and everyone out there. And Doc, I know you had a passing as well this week.
Yeah, this one was kind of weird. Jeanette Mouse, she's a voice actress, and she's got a big role in the upcoming Resident Evil 7 game. So she did a lot of voices in the end. She just passed, I think it was either today or yesterday. So she was not much older than we are.
Yeah.
So it's sad. Our hearts go out to the Resident Evil family and Capcom. So
yeah,
all I got.
Untimely on
Sucks.
that, but yeah. Did you spend any time with Horizon Zero Dawn, Griff? I know you had a PS4.
Horizon Zero Dawn. How did I get to this? I was in the hospital. I work at a hospital. So I was working in a hospital while I was under a hurricane, so I had to take shelter. So
Florence or Dorian?
Florence. Hurricane Florence. I was stuck in a hospital because we had to take shelter at the hospital for like 10 days before the fucking hurricane hit. Right? So I was at this stage. Horizon Zero Dawn. I played it for about 3 hours. I know it's a really good game. I've been told it's a really good game. Sony tells me every time I log into the PlayStation Store it's a really good game. But I find myself not being able to get like super immersed in it. It just takes too long for me. Like the build up is just too much. I played like maybe 2 hours, and I think I got through the fucking tutorial, and I was like, all right, cool.
It is one of those games you got to take your time with. Like, you should not be playing anything else if you're playing that.
Just like the fucking Witcher. I have yet to play more than an hour of The Witcher because, like I said, I got the tutorial. It took an hour, and I was bored. And so, with The Witcher, I know there's a fucking glitch in there somewhere where you can kill a chicken or some shit like that. Like some fucking chicken comes at you.
Yeah.
I was just trying to get to that, but that took way too fucking long.
Well, who knows? The Witcher still is considered one of the better games of all time, too. And they're coming out with the second season of Netflix, so hurry the fuck up on that, because the first season was amazing. So now to brighten the mood a little bit, guys, Elon Musk is eccentric and an interesting human being as he is, in the Elon Musk fashion, wants to hold a party in Las Vegas, Fallout themed, like Fallout Underground, like the whole Vault, everything. He wanted Vault Tech themed party in Las Vegas, and
Where me get tickets.
he says,
I must go.
he says we are the future of apocalypse tech. So does that mean that SpaceX and Elon Musk, they're going to become the new who are the guys that make the Pit Boys?
Oh, I hope so. I hope so. I want Elon Musk to create Voltec so bad.
Are we in the future? He's starting. What if he's going to start this party? It's going to be like Griffin, you know, like in Iron Man 2 when he's showcasing all the new Iron Mans and the fireworks. What if he starts? Oh, these are our Vault suits for later.
Dude, that would be fucking wild, man. I don't think I'd want to go per se, but I would definitely see what it's like. I would definitely want to see what it's like.
You can play Fallout Shelter in the Tesla, and Elon is also.
Get the fuck out of here. There's no fucking
Elon,
way.
if you're watching, tickets, guy.
Elon is a big Fallout fan as well, so I love that. I loved reading this and finding out that about him.
Fucking wild, dude. I didn't know you could play Fallout Shelter to Tesla. I used to fucking play the shit out that game.
Yeah, Fallout Shelter is one of the better games, man. If any of the games that considered on mobile would be the better ones, that's one.
Remember we just talked about old games like maybe like 20 minutes ago?
Did we? Oh, not
Yeah.
yet, but not before this. That later we will. Yeah, before the stream. Yeah.
You're talking about it before the stream.
Yeah.
All
Well,
right, I concede. Not all mobile games are trash.
But I will compromise here. I will say majority of them are. I will say majority of them are.
We'll get to that.
we will get to that. We still have a lot to talk about on.
We're
that
just
one.
pulling it up.
So I know that we haven't touched on this topic in a while, but I saw it because it's most notably the PlayStation Plus. Obviously, every month they give away free games and exclusive content and things like that. For the month of January, we had Shadow the Tomb Raider and Greedfall. So you guys still have like 3 days to download Greedfall. Greedfall's fucking awesome. I love Greedfall.
Fall was such a disappointment. I'm sorry.
I didn't like it. No.
Oh, okay. It's great. You know, it's that 18th century or was it 17th century feel and everything. But quick sticks the fucking gun button. Like, you don't get to aim. You don't get to do any of that. They put so much effort into the sword fighting.
I agree.
And no effort into guns. I'm like, for me, that killed it for me. I was like, so for me to use this awesome freaking, you know, brown vest style musket thing, it's just left stick and it insta fires. And
well,
I'm so glad I deleted that game.
Haven't touched the game since. I was so pissed off.
Doc's a hard man to please, game developers. We'll say that. No, I'm just playing. No, they should pay more attention to those kind of things, especially if you're doing a theme.
I mean, my big thing is like, I understand the way they were going with it. They were doing the Dark Souls clone, whatever the hell it was. But even in Dark Souls, if you're using a bow and arrow, it gives you you know, you have to aim it just right and whatnot.
Yeah.
They made it like a magic spell using a gun, and I was like, where's the fuck? They put more effort in doing the magic, let alone freaking firearms. And I'm like, that's what this whole game is about, is how technology is taking over for magic. And put literally the equivalent of like 5 hours worth of work into doing the guns.
It was like a like Dirty Harry, like very Clint Eastwoody, the quick shots. That's not how it was not like that back then.
Oh yeah, not even that. And like, I understand they don't want that to be the focus of the game, but just a hair more effort. Look at what they did with Fable. They had the whole clockwork gun system, and it was fantastic. Like, that's what I was expecting.
Yeah.
I haven't played Fable in forever. God damn.
Well,
A Fable.
if you are one of the select few to own a PlayStation 5, you did get to play Man-Eater Shark this month for free as well. So I thought that was kind of
I missed that.
I was trying to get Maneater for free on the PS4 for the longest. I didn't know you had to have a fucking PS5.
Yeah, they gave it away this month if you had a PS5. So they're doing this. They're going to continue to do this for a while, and it's just going to continue to piss people off the fact that you don't have a PlayStation 5, particularly me, because next month in February you do get Destruction All Stars, which is basically Death Race the fucking video game. And I've been waiting for that. And if you guys don't know what that is, it's the one where you're going to be able to hop out of your car. There's like demolition derby going on. You got to jump on other people's cars. It's very Death Race the fucking game, but very cartoony at the same time. Obviously, there's not.
So it's another battle royale.
No. It's a whole game. It's it's a big thing. But it's a sports game, a futuristic sports game. It's one of the newer ones that are coming out now. Is what they're aiming for, these futuristic hybrid sports.
AJ, so it's a giant arena with all people in cars trying to kill each other. You know what that's called, right?
Yes, but it's a demolition derby.
Battle royale.
But that's the sport that they're doing. That's why they're doing other things like fucking jumping out of things. I don't know. Listen, yes, it is another battle royale if you put it that aspect, but it's demolition derby in the fact that if anything, this is like battle royale the game, because this is what's supposed to be an actual game. But you do get it for free next month. It just looks really cool. I just want to fucking play it. But if you have PlayStation 5, you get to play it. If you don't have one, then you don't get to play it. But if you have PS4, you do get Control Ultimate Edition, which you need to play that game because you get the beautiful art, seamless transitions. It's shot it's designed in one shot. Like, pausing the game actually fucks with the game. It makes it like freak out and load. Loading screens are not in that game. What happens is you walk through a trigger, and the trigger will then pop up a screen, and it takes over the whole screen, and it's just letters, and it tells you where you're at on the map, and that's how you transition through the game. So avoid pausing the game as much as you can. It's really weird. I wrote a whole paper on Control. It's very interesting. And then you also get Concrete Genie, which is the artistic shooter, if you will.
Concrete Genie.
Yeah, it's Concrete Genie. It's an artistic shooter. What did you say? You kind of cut out there for a second.
It's just, I don't know what to make of it. It just sounds like they're trying too hard.
With
concrete shooter. Shoot concrete.
Well, it's, if you remember, kind of like very, Epic Mickey. There's that one game on the Switch where it's like the paintball battle royale. It's kind of similar to this, but instead it's you use living paint to overcome like different puzzles, and you got to clean up the streets of like graffiti and shit like that. And I think it's also in virtual reality as well.
It's a Splatoon ripoff.
Oh, now we're getting somewhere.
Splatoon. But there's no, but I'd say like a mixture of that but more focused like Epic Mickey, where it's, you have like the art is your focus of your weapon or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. Still a story-based game and puzzle focus is what they're saying. So it's free next month. Y'all check that one out. Griffin, I know you're an Xbox player as well. Game Pass is now at 18 million subscribers worldwide. That's fucking nuts.
The Game Pass is a really good fucking, like, it's solid. I no longer play Xbox anymore. I just transferred over to the PS4. So if you're looking to play with me, I'm not on Xbox. But when I did have Xbox, the Game Pass was a great addition to consoles. I mean, fucking PS4 did it wrong. PS Now's trash.
Yeah.
Don't ever try to play that shit. But the Game Pass, they did it right. Because not only did you get, like, random games, but you got, like, good titles in the Game Pass. I remember I picked it up, I think, last December. I bought it for $1 for your first month, right? So you can play all these games for a fucking $1 for just a whole month, and you don't have to have anything else. Like, you don't have to continue the subscription after. You can just keep it at just 1 month. I was playing Sea of Thieves. I played, I think, I can't remember the name of it, but there were actually really good titles in the Game Pass. So there's no surprise to me to see why there's 18 million subscribers to Game Pass. It was a great fucking success by Microsoft.
And you've got, they put the Halos on there, freaking all of the Gears of War. For people, it's crazy. For me, I waited until the very end to get an Xbox, and I'm glad that they have the Game Pass now, because I can just play all this shit for, like you said, $10 to play, like, over 50, 60 games. And it's not like PlayStation Plus at all. It's fucking good games, solid games, and a lot of good indie games, too, like Astroneer, Nightcall, things like that. They did the early release, like, you can still beta test Grounded directly from Xbox Studios. All that stuff. They have a lot of cool stuff. But yeah, Sea of Thieves, notably. You don't even have to buy that. That's a full purchase game you can play on there. I don't know, but 18 million people. For the casual gamer, for the people that doesn't, this is really essentially the Netflix of games. I don't think anyone else is going to want to, it's going to be hard to replicate that. And I'm glad that they have that kind of success, because they needed something.
PlayStation tried to do it with PS Now. PS Now is trash. Like, they stream the game, and you really can't move around well because the delay in process is it's just so buggy.
So it's like a Stadia.
Yeah, they do it like Stadia, exactly. And fucking, they pissed me off because I got when PlayStation Plus came out, I did the free trial, and then the next month I forgot to take my credit card off there, so they charged me. So I got I played through, and then I went through. So I was like, all right, well, I might as well play the fucking games now. And I looked through them. I owned almost every single one of them. There was nothing. There was nothing for me to do, and they don't update it very often.
No.
But Xbox, good for y'all.
Well, hey, at least the PS5's backwards compatible.
Yay! If you can get one. I know, Griffin, you had some updates on the PlayStation 5 drops for us.
Yeah, like I said earlier in the latest streams, I said that the PS5 is from what I've been told and what I heard right on the internet. And all this stuff's on the internet, you can find out. Sony recognized that, they need to increase production. And I feel like they kind of just, like, tricked us a little bit. But The thing is PS5s are now more in stores. There's more drops coming around. Just a few days ago, PlayStation Direct had not just one, but 2 queues, I think back-to-back days that you could get into to purchase a PS5. I know Target had it, even the military exchange for all of us that are, yeah, I know, right? Crazy. Walmart, so many, but don't fucking buy from Walmart. Don't even get me started on that shit. That shit was ridiculous. If you're listening to this broadcast and you were in the queue for Walmart, you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yep.
If you ever want to lose
But they're becoming more.
go to Walmart.
Well, hopefully more people got the 5. Hopefully more people had the opportunity to get the 5 this time around. It's just like you gotta be prepared, man. You gotta be on top of that.
You do. You really do.
You gotta have that $500 ready to go.
You do. I think PlayStation Direct
This is
really.
why I'm waiting.
God, dude, I never thought it would be like this. Who knew it would be like this? Because I miss the days where you could just. Well, yes, we did say this was gonna be like this, but the fact, like, if you would have said this to me 10 years ago, I'd be like, yeah, right. Are you kidding me? I can just go to GameStop and buy a PlayStation. Nope, can't do that. But. Fucking...
Oh, and the thing is, though, if you go back through our streams, AJ, you will hear me say, I guarantee you they're not going to put out enough of them.
Yeah.
You know why? Because that's what they did with the PS4. That's what they did with the PS3. And that's why you see these massive influxes of these systems now. Like, there are so many PS4s at Walmarts and exchanges, they don't know what to do with them. Why? Because they stepped up their production so much so to keep up with the original demand that they have now just stocks of it, which means that it's the price of it's going to plummet.
Yeah,
so,
I picked up my Xbox for $100.
It's a joke. Meanwhile, if you look at the Switch, the reason why Switch is still dominating the market, when it came out, they were everywhere. Didn't have to really wait. If anything, if they sold out, they got a new shipment almost a week later. So, Come on. Sony, Microsoft, in the game.
I remember us discussing and we were like talking over the summer. We were making a joke like, "Oh, the pandemic. They're gonna blame it on the pandemic. But the fact is, the fact that we're now 2-3 months since release and you still can't go to the store and buy this, it's crazy. Or even go online and buy it. That's the worst.
You can't buy it in the store. You really cannot buy it in the store. You have to buy it online and pick it up at a store. It's literally fucking ridiculous.
And Xbox did drop at Target this week as well, and it was a little bit more available for people. And I even looked into it. I had the opportunity, if I really wanted to go buy one on the Target website. I just didn't want to, but it did. There was a little bit more availability. It was a little bit more available than the PlayStation 5. So if you do want the new Xbox, it's slightly easier to get it now. But it has been, honestly, the whole time. But just want that fucking 5, man. I want to play. I've been waiting. I want to play Miles Morales. I want to play the game that's supposed to happen.
I want to get that shit before Ratchet and Clank drops, but shit.
That's a game I'm waiting for.
Yes, we're all waiting for that.
Literally, I'm getting PlayStation 5. It is Ratchet and Clank.
Well, guys, I watched something pretty interesting this week on Netflix. I know I mentioned some streaming stuff here and there every once in a while, but so if you guys are like, if you grew up with like sisters or anything, or maybe you remember seeing them like these toys in the Target aisle when you were a kid or whatever, if you guys remember the Winx fairies and there was like the books about the Winx, it was all the kids. I remember when I was like, I had a bunch of friends and my sisters had them. They flew off your hands and they spun around. Anyways.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. All the fairies, right? It was all about fairies. Well, Netflix released a TV series based off of this. This is not that. No. This is very mature. This is very dark. This is not the Winx toys. No. Instead, this is very over-sexualized.
Are you talking about the Winx series that used to be on Cartoon Network?
Yes.
I know they did like an animated series about fairies. I think that's what it was called.
Yeah, they went the toys and all that stuff. It was based from the toys. They did the same thing this time around. Now it's live action, but it's slightly darker. It's rated TV mature this time around, but it's interesting though. It's good. It deals with elemental magic and things like that. But so if you guys remember that stuff from when we were kids, there's an update now. Just like I said, just much more risque. I should say that.
Risque.
Yes. But if you guys remember though, Netflix did increase their pricing, Doc, almost to.
Yeah, it's like $13 now, $14.
Yeah, but they say that they're making up for it by releasing new content as much as they can, at least every day, is what they're saying.
I mean,
I remember Netflix being like a fucking red box, dude. Like, what happened with Netflix? God damn. Like, I remember they delivered DVDs to your fucking. Do they still do that? Do they still deliver DVDs?
You can still get that. Yep.
Oh, that's fucking wild.
Like
$15. I was gonna fucking cancel my membership. Fuck.
I love Netflix. I've been with it for a long time now, but I get the price hikes. Everything is going up in price, whatever. But they're saying they're putting out original content, but getting smoked by Disney Plus.
Yeah.
They're getting smoked by freaking Hulu. Like, a lot of this stuff is so region locked. Like, half the things you want to watch aren't even on Netflix. And their original series they're putting out are at most 8 episodes a season.
Yeah, the Winx series I forgot to mention is only 6 episodes that they just put out.
It's like I could binge that in a single sitting. Come on now.
So,
this is the one thing I will give, like what Amazon Prime is doing and what like Disney Plus is doing, is instead of releasing the whole season, I like the fact that they're kind of staging it out, kind of like when we're watching network TV, because it builds anticipation for next episodes.
I agree with that. Yeah. Speaking of, like, me and Griffin spoke about it last week. WandaVision, by the way, the cutest fucking thing in the world. New episode coming out soon. I love it.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. It's so good though.
It's fucking amazing. It makes you look forward to things again. You releasing like that little kid feeling, that anticipation, like, oh, we got a new episode coming out this weekend. You know, I like that. But
Mandalorian did it.
Yep.
The Boys did it.
So
I did that shit with my dad. I remember that.
Yep, Smallville, all that shit. I used to watch all, weekly, come up with that stuff. So I like that they're doing that as well. I agree with you, Doc. But what they're doing now, if you look at the schedule for February and how they did for January, it's every 2 days, at least 2 to 3 either movies, and at least one of them is original. The other are like, probably shit from when we were kids, like fucking Back to the Future and fucking.
I'm okay with Netflix coming out with stuff, but a lot of their original programming is trash.
Yeah, it's every once in a while you get a good one.
Please tell me I'm not the only one who thinks this. Like, it may as well be Hallmark movies, the type of quality of the shit they're putting out.
The thing is that they put a lot of effort into series and documentaries, so when every once in a while they release a movie, it's just like, But then the series is, like you said, are so short.
I'll give them Karate Kid. I'll give them
Stranger Things.
I think that's the only series, like Stranger Things.
Yeah.
I think those are the only 2 series they're doing right now that are worth anything on that network.
Yeah. Cobra Kai is definitely one of the polling right now.
They fucking produced You, didn't they? That weird fucking show.
Well, what Netflix really likes to do is they pick up things that other networks have canceled. So, example, You was one of those. You came from Lifetime, and then they bought it.
Really?
Yep. And yeah, so it used to be on Lifetime Network, and now it's over on Netflix, and that show is fucked. Yeah, but they do that a lot. They did that with like what was that? The Greatest Survivor, The Last Survivor, whatever that one was on NBC about the whole government dying, and like the director of housing becomes the president or something like that.
Oh yeah. Can't remember the name of it, but I know the one you're talking about.
Survivor.
The one thing I will give them is like Lucifer. That's another one that they picked up, and they're good at taking series, giving them a new life, and then letting them die peacefully in their sleep.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah, yeah. But speaking of Disney Plus, and I know we spoke about this just recently before the stream, they released the trailer for the new Mighty Ducks.
Yes.
I saw Coach. He got a little older. Coach looked like he put on a couple pounds since back in the day, but we
all have.
Yeah, But it looked good. It looked awesome. It just gave you that big 1990s nostalgia feel, coming right to Disney Plus, man.
AJ, you know me. I'm not a sports guy, but hockey. Growing up in New England, it's like right here. That's like coming home.
You big Mighty Ducks fan?
Me?
Yes, that's you. Yep.
I thought you were still talking to him. I'm sorry. No. I can't even remember the damn movie. I'm pretty sure I've seen it, but damn, I haven't seen maybe like, damn, how old am I now? Fucking 20 years, maybe. 20 years.
Yeah, it's been a long time. But hockey,
Classic.
those were the movies, man, because they spun after that. So many other movies spun after that, like HE double hockey sticks, the one with the fucking monkey playing hockey. There were all kinds of movies that came right after that.
What
I
was
love
that
that.
one about the fucking leprechaun?
Yeah,
And-
the leprechaun.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
talking about?
yeah.
Luck of the Irish. Luck of the
Yeah.
Irish. That's what that shit was called.
It made a bunch of sports.
It was
movies into that.
basketball.
But it was
The
basketball,
original.
not hockey.
Oh yeah, you're right. That was basketball. Look, y'all exploring the deep depths of memory right now. All right.
The old school Disney Channel. With the
Mhm.
wands
Go
and
on to
everything.
Disney Plus. It's all there.
Yeah, you can. It's literally all there, man. That's crazy. I remember.
Talking about the Twilight Zone.
Yeah. God, so crazy. The world we live in. And it's funny now that a bunch of people are like, oh, I don't want cable. I have a cable subscription, but you have like 19 other subscriptions that all add up to the same price. I mean, I'm guilty of it too. I have HBO Max, Netflix, and I think Disney, yeah. So.
Here we go. Well, I just picked up Funimation
Hulu,
today.
Prime.
Oh, I got
I think I
Prime
got
too. Yeah.
Oh,
Prime and
And Prime is
Funimation.
better
I
though
think.
because you get packages with Prime too, so there's different. Anyways,
Prime-
Doc, before we start our list and everything like that, I know there's rumors in the Star Wars sphere about a possibility of a KOTOR coming back, Knights of the Old Republic. Is this correct for what I'm hearing out there?
yeah. So KOTOR, they've been tossing around redoing it ever since Lucasfilm game came out. The thing is, though, BioWare's not looking at being the producer of it, so we'll see what happens with that. I think it would be good though, a new company coming in and giving it new life.
Yes.
But-
yeah.
You know, I'm not gonna hold my breath on it. I'll just play the old one I have for my Xbox
I know. Or you can even play it on the phone too.
on the phone or on stream or Steam rather.
Steam, yeah.
There's a million ways you can play it nowadays, so it's just like, okay, you're redoing it, cool. It's like Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. There's
Yep.
there's one for every system. I wouldn't be surprised if you'd be able to get it on the Xbox Pass too.
Well, yeah, eventually, probably, especially after, like the rumors and things like that. They like to keep up with the hype. But right now, they said the three biggest developers they're looking at is Spiders, Ubisoft, and Obsidian is some rumors right now in the rumor sphere. Obsidian would be in, yeah.
Oh, please, Obsidian.
Yes,
Oh,
please.
please.
Obsidian, somehow take this, please. Well,
In Obsidian we trust.
it's
Please
Obsidian
take this
we
game.
trust. Well, guys, I know Griffin and I, we talked about it last week because we were just talking about bad games and we talked about bad technology. And then I spiked the idea of, there's just so much stupid shit out there and there's so much stuff that you just waste your money on. So we are bringing back, I know we used to do this segment at the start and then we just kind of ran out of ideas for segments because we kind of just ran through them really fast week after week. But now we
Oh my
have
God.
our personal experiences, bad games list. And Griffin, start us off with your number 5.
Oh, start us off. Okay. All right.
And we're going to be talking about this stuff. Oh, wait. I forgot, though. Just real quick before we mention it, WWE and Peacock, this subscription service, since we were talking about TV, they merged now. And this is you're starting to see maybe a little bit of subscription services going to start merging a little bit is what I kind of foresee some of that starting to happen, especially the ones that are so similar.
My 2 cents on that is it's the ones that aren't really doing well that you're going to start seeing merging, like Peacock and like every network station has their own, and I can guarantee you those are all going to start getting absorbed and redistributed, and it's only a matter of time until there's like 3 of them.
Yeah,
It's like telephone companies.
Nokia telephone, Facebook, Taco Bell game company. It's all going to be one. Anyways, Griffin, though, go ahead and start us off, my friend.
Man. Dude, I don't even know which one I want to pick first. I'll tell you what. Halo 4.
Halo 4.
Halo 4.
All right,
Yeah.
tell us why.
I'm just going to cut him right in the throat here. Halo 4. How the fuck do you jump from Halo 3 to Halo 4? First of all, you cut a company in half. Bungie wanted to go do Destiny, and then another one says we should continue the Halo series. I mean, I was all for continuing the fucking Halo series, but not Halo 4 to Halo 5 style. Like, god damn, like Halo Reach was too far out from the Halo series as it is, but Halo 4 was just too fucking much. Like, it was so fucking different. And personally, for me, I stopped fucking playing. And the only reason I spent $200 on a fucking Xbox 360 was just to play Halo 3. And if that's the fucking, like, a negotiating factor for me becoming an Xbox player, what the fuck did you do to Halo 4 to me to be like, nah, fuck this shit. I'm never playing this shit again. It was so fucking bad.
Wow. I think that was the first time we heard Griffin do a rant like that. I was kind of...
It was a terrible game.
Good notes.
Good note. Well, Doc, tell us about your worst games, man.
Well, I gotta stretch out here.
Ignore.
Reboot. The Dice. Star Wars Battlefront.
Oh
Now-
my god.
I have spent many hours discussing this in depth on why this game was so trash. So I'm going to spare you all the rant. I'm just going to leave it at that. First, EA Star Wars Battlefront that came out. The remake, not the good ones that came out back in like 2005.
2005.
No.
The holy ones, the ones that will forever be sure.
The historical documents.
Yes. What we had before the Empire took over. Okay, AJ, your turn.
Dude, I remember playing Battlefront 1, logging into it for the first time and seeing like the 2 menu modes, and that was it. I was like, are you kidding me? You released a brand new game after you just fucking Battlefront, the ones from back in the day were amazing? Are you fucking kidding me?
So great.
How do you do that? You might as well have just went to George Lucas's house and pushed him down the stairs.
Fucking kill him. Fucking
God damn.
murder that man's soul.
Well, you know what? I have to agree with you, Doc, because guess what? We got a sequel to that one. Battlefront 2. Are you kidding me? And I've said it a bunch of times, but now I get to go to a little bit more depth with this one. You released a game with bad microtransactions where it was almost at one point $100 to play as Darth Vader. And then it took you 2 years to even add even more content to the game, and you tried to ride the coattails of the hype of the movies, but guess what? The movies weren't that great either, so you fucked up there too. Just overall, just a giant fuck up. And the only good thing is that you maybe get a few hours of fun if you play the galactic shit every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
But
maybe Ewok. Maybe I'll give him Ewok time.
One game mode from a $60 game is the only fucking fun thing. You know, that's a bad game. You fucked up.
You can't even give the game away right now.
No.
You can't even give it away.
Well, kind of. On PC, you can. God damn it. Such a bad game. Why did they do that? Damn it. Griffin, number 4 for you.
Number 4. Sure. We'll go with Resident Evil 6. Again, coming off of being a Resident Evil player, I played Resident Evil 4 multiple fucking times with my father on the PlayStation 2. Many a night, stayed at night, just fucking like 2 to 3 in the morning as like a damn growing teenage boy. I don't know why the fuck he let me do that, but there I was. Resident Evil 5. Resident Evil 5 is a little different, still fun. I like the multiplayer. I remember I got grounded right before being able to get Resident Evil 5. I think, what did I do? I think I got put out of class, and then I got written up, and then my dad actually said, hey, you're not going to be able to buy this game. That's your punishment. Like, you can't buy this game. So I was so fucking mad. I couldn't buy the game. I ended up playing it. I love Resident Evil 5, the fact that you play with friends. Resident Evil 6. I don't know how the fuck you go from, 2 of the semi-same games to we're going to completely redo it. And by the way, this is now more of a action, we're going to run around and shoot, and less of a survival game. Because there's a very distinct difference between Resident Evil 6 and Resident Evil 7. And I'm sure that you'll find that difference pretty, what's the word? Punny. Scary.
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 Yeah. I remember playing Resident Evil 7 and was like, damn, this is completely
different. Dude, I played it in VR. Like, I played it in fucking VR, and I got stabbed in the leg, and, like, I could feel it in my fucking leg. Like, I was just almost fucking cried.
it's definitely awesome in VR for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Doc, back to the bad games. What do you got for us?
So I got a bad peripheral and I got a bad series for you.
Okay.
So bad technology, the Virtual Boy. That's right. I pulled that one off the shelf, dusted it off, and put it out there. The Virtual Boy, a great idea that just went so terribly wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, it was the first really of the type of games that we're seeing more of now, but Nintendo just tried to jump the gun with it. I feel like A, it was too clunky, B, it was too expensive, and C, just did not have the gameplay for it.
No.
So I have that, and then every Call of Duty after World at War.
I agree with
Dude,
that.
I can't imagine that. World at War was an amazing fucking game.
It was the epitome of what Call of Duties should be. It was fun. It had a deep story. It had great gameplay mode. They were hard as fuck. You could play co-op in the story, and it made the game that much better. And to this day, I every now and then I pick up a Call of Duty. I'm like, maybe you'll be good.
Maybe.
Now, of course, I buy it at discount for like $2 because they come out with a new Call of Duty every week. So, I put it in and I just get disappointed and I'm like, yeah, you're going to go back on the shelf.
All the ones that ended in warfare, like after the fucking Advanced Warfare, fucking cyber bullshit warfare. I don't even know what the names of them
Call
are.
of Duty Cyberpunk 2077.
Fuck all that shit. So when they finally came back to Modern Warfare, I was excited to play Modern Warfare, and that kind of fell short too. And it wasn't for a while, and then the transaction bullshit. Like I said before, I have my good opinions on Warzone. We tried to convince Doc to play Warzone, but the thing is, yes, Call of Duty. The point Doc's making, I think we all are, is it's never going to be the same, and especially since back then.
You guys know where Call of Duty came from. It was all World War II. Like I remember playing Big Red 1 and all that.
2?
Yeah.
Big Red 1 was fantastic.
Big Red 1 was my favorite.
The one that came out for the GameCube, the one where you're storming Normandy Beach.
Yeah.
That one literally gave me chills. It was so freaking good. And then the ones they're coming out with now that are going out of their way to just try to be so intense to just captivate on that bro gamer market. It's like, dude, come on. Come on, man.
Bro gamer market. Well, for me, guys, WWE 2K20. Now, let me talk about this. I think it's quite apparent I'm a pretty big wrestling fan, and hand in hand with wrestling goes the video games, because they it's like when you're watching wrestling, it's like a real life video game sometimes. So hand in hand in it goes the video games, and they've been around since the start. You think about all the way back to the 80s, fucking WrestleFest came along with Hulk Hogan and all that shit. So they've been around forever, and a huge legacy. Well, I think it was in 2009 or 2008, 2K picked up the series, and they just had, since then it was just a fucking just downfall. And at the end of the decade, they come out with 2K20, which was a burning pile of bullshit. Literal bullshit. Like, they went out to the field and picked up bullshit and set it on fire. That would have been the same thing, because the game, it was released with bugs. The wrestlers, you could see through them. There were silhouettes. They were just eyeballs. There was one girl, she's 6 foot tall in real life, or maybe a little bit taller. Doesn't mean that she's 8 foot tall in the fucking video game. She stood through the ring. There were referees crawling. They had no arms. They couldn't call a pinfall. There was no arms. There were not even ropes on the fucking ring.
I think WWE games peaked at SmackDown versus Raw.
They did peak back then, yes.
2009. 2009. I think it was 2007, actually. I could be wrong on that, but I remember it. I remember beating up the refs and shit together with friends.
It's like, I'm not a wrestling fan by any means, but I even owned SmackDown vs. Raw.
Yeah.
It was that much fun.
They're fun. And they ruined it, man. That's why, if you guys catch my stream, I still play 2K19 because it's better than this bullshit. That game's almost 3 years old. God damn. And it sucks because people aren't allowed to play with the current shit, because it's literally, sometimes you can't even play it because you can't even do anything in the match. Like I said, they don't even have ropes on the fucking ring sometimes. Didn't even load into the game. Jesus. All right, Griffin, for you, man.
Umbrella Corps.
Umbrella Corps? Okay.
Have you ever heard of this game?
Oh, yes.
I never heard of this one.
Yes.
I'd love to.
Well, there's a reason why you've never heard of it before, because one, there's no fucking story. It's a multiplayer only game, but there's nobody playing the fucking multiplayer. So you literally can't play this game if you buy it.
That's awful.
Yep. I recommended it to one of my friends, like, hey, let's get this game, we'll play together. And you gotta have like a 4-man team on each side to play. And yeah, there's no fucking servers. Not at all. And it's an only multiplayer game. It's not a single player game.
Damn.
I remember when they were putting it out, they were talking about it like it was going to be like a Left 4 Dead type of thing, and then
Terrible.
Well, that's what Doc and I talked about that once. Is that stop trying to make Left 4 Dead s games. It's not going to happen. Left 4 Dead already happened, so stop trying to recreate it. Sorry, it's dead. Move on. What do you got next, Doc?
it was Left 4 Dead.
It was Left 4 Dead. Leave it for dead.
So I'm kind of going off the rails here. Galaxy of Heroes on mobile.
Galaxy of Heroes.
If you guys remember, that was
Is
blasted all
your
over Facebook ads.
So, how to put it? It's the stereotypical mobile collect heroes and level them up, and they hyped it up to be this really cool, collect your favorite Star Wars characters game. But in actuality, it's trash because the chances of you actually getting enough pieces to get all of your favorite Star Wars characters, you have to either spend over $1,000 or just hope and pray after 3 years of gaming it on it every day for the 3 hours it'll let you play on it that you get enough of the shards, as what they're called, to actually put together a decent team. So Star Wars Galaxy Heroes, man, it's just disappointing.
Oh,
That doesn't even
that sounds
sound.
like terrible.
That sounds like a job, like a chore. Why would I play that?
It's so terrible. Like, I can see how it would be fun, but it would need a massive redesign, and just it's not worth even putting in the effort to play it.
Mm-mm.
It's like it is the precursor to Raid Shadow Legends, which is also trash. So just
They actually got actual fucking commercials now.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's what they do. They hook you with the fucking
YouTube all the
commercials.
time.
Well, guys, for me, it's got to be Anthem for number 3. Jesus fuck. God damn it.
oh,
Anthem. I remember. So I have big gripes with this because I played the alpha. I liked it. That was cool. They had problems. They made cool changes. They played the beta. It was awesome. Flying around. I even said it after playing it. I think I played it on Enter the Gamer stream. We played the beta. And I said, I'm very impressed. I can't wait to play this game. Pre-ordered it that night. Waited for it. Downloaded it. Played it. Played an hour of the game. And realized I already played the whole fucking game when I played the beta. That was it. The game was done. It's just pick out your suit. Go out in this fucking field. Go fly around for 45 seconds. Fucking come back to the base. And that's it. Every goddamn time. Boring as shit.
Is that really what it is?
Yeah, and now it took them 2 years, just like Battlefront, to fucking make the game and fix it and put out content and all this shit. You lost me a long time ago. Sorry, not ever coming back.
they're not even supporting the game anymore, dude. They just dropped it like it was the trash that it was.
It was absolute bullshit.
I was looking forward to getting that game too, like a while back. But then one of my buddies was like, "Hey, you might want to hold off on that Sky Ranger."
That was a waste of money, man. That was a burn. I might as well have fucking shredded $60 through the shredder. Damn. All right, Griffin, what's up next for you, my friend? Number 2.
Number 2. Y'all ready for this? This is a good one. The Need for Speed series after Underground 2.
Yes, I agree with you. They never came back.
They still tried.
Got here, and then just they couldn't surpass it.
What was the one before Payback, Griffin? The one before Payback was horrendous.
Was it Hot Pursuit or
God.
Or I remember playing one on the PSP and I was like, all right, it's kind of fun. But Underground 2 was where like they should have fucking kept it, because I remember fucking playing that shit forever.
You guys remember also from there the Most Wanted series and all that stuff?
Yep. I think Most Wanted was the one I played on PSP.
Need for Speed Most Wanted is one of my favorite games of all time.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking love that game. But I agree with you, Griffin. They ruined it, and I think they realized that Need for Speed Most Wanted that was their best thing, and they tried to replicate that every time.
Fucking EA tried putting like battle cards on
on the
shit,
cars.
Like, fuck.
Have you guys
What?
you noticed a trend that most of the games that we're bringing up tonight were published by EA?
I guess so. I fucking guess so. I don't want to say it, but I guess so.
Doc, what you got next for us?
So one game that's not even worth noting in an entire video game system.
Oh.
So, Homefront, first-person shooter. They overhyped it like it was going to be the next either Ghost Recon or the next freaking Rainbow Six, and it just turned out to be another Call of Duty clone. So, not even worth noting. But the one that is worth noting, the Wii, Nintendo. I just want to sit there. I want to sit there and do this, right? I don't want to sit there and go, swing the sword, Link! Swing the fucking sword! Damn.
Hey, at least they fixed the problem and they came out with the Motion Plus controller to help with the problem.
The Wii U is what the Wii should have been. I want to just sit there on my couch after a long, stressful day and game. I don't want to sit there and get a fucking aerobic workout trying to do Legend of Zelda or fucking Mario Party. No, that's not what it's for. Thank you.
No.
Go VR or go nothing.
Good point. They have Resident Evil 4 on Wii. Pretty cool. But fuck the Wii 2.
Well, it's kind of... If you brought up bad technology before I say my bad game, if you guys remember for me... My Pippin, my bag technology would be the Pippin, if you remember that. The Apple home console they tried to make. It looked like a fucking circle. Just look, the control, it looked bad. It was just, they tried, it failed, it never came, it was just bad. Now I think you can play video games on the Apple TV thing with the remote. That's probably bad too. But for me, Wolfenstein 3, The Young Blood. God, so Wolfenstein means a lot to me, man. I love the first Wolfenstein, and I love Castle Wolfenstein, even the arcade game. I love the whole thing of Wolfenstein. I love the lore behind Wolfenstein. That, you know, what if the Nazis won? I love the whole exploration of did the Nazis really use future tech, that kind of shit. Wolfenstein 2 was fucking kick-ass. Yes. Fucking, it was kick-ass. You got to play with it in the States. They incorporated the fucking KKK, all that crazy shit. And then
really?
Yeah, it was really cool. Wolfenstein 2, all that stuff. It was really cool. Really cool game. Great game overall. And then Wolfenstein 3, they added the daughters of BJ, and you got to. Now turned it into a co-op game, multiplayer. They ruined it, dude. Overall, they just ruined the series. It was never the same. I tried playing through it. You have the option if you don't have anybody to play with, and you have to play with one of the two sisters. It's fucking awkward. It's just not Wolfenstein anymore. Like. Don't call it. It should have called it something different because it just did not have anything to do with Wolfenstein, and it was just such a disappointment. It's still sitting on my desk over there because I tried to sell it back, and it was like fucking. They're like, we can give you like $1.50 for that, and I was like, fuck.
I'll give you a tax write-off.
All right, Griffin, go ahead, my friend.
Oh man, one of my favorite. Oh man, I'm off the shit on this game. I don't want to, but I'm going to have to. This game was in development for about 10 years. It was back popular like in the 90s, way before my fucking time too. Duke Nukem Forever. So listen, I didn't know who Duke Nukem was. I didn't know anything about Duke Nukem. All I knew was I saw Duke Nukem on a stream one time from Critical or Penguins 2.0, if you know who I'm talking about. I was like, I'm gonna get this fucking game. And I was like, dude, Duke Nukem's cool. He's got cool ass catchphrases. He's funny. Like, this is awesome. Like, little nerdy me. And I started playing it and playing it and playing it. I was like, dude, this game is fucking terrible. And then I read into it. And this game was in development for 10 fucking years. And I don't even remember what the last Duke Nukem was. But it was, I think the coolest fucking part was you could drive a fucking monster truck over a hill and like hit like turbo and do like a big ass jump, and it was like America. And I was like, that's fucking cool. But then, like, you just pull out your little pistol and you're back to shooting everything again. I was like, oh, might as well be playing fucking Doom.
I heard that was one of the bigger disappointments. I never touched that for that reason. That it was one of the huge disappointments.
The character is so good. I am a Duke Nukem fanboy. I think it's fucking funny. I think he's hilarious.
He's like Johnny Bravo with missiles.
Yes, exactly. Like the positive Johnny Bravo, if Johnny Bravo actually had the charm. Like, this is really funny.
I wonder if there's like an award that Twitch gives away for how many times you say the F word on Twitch. I think we might have the winner for that. We say fuck a lot on here.
Oh no! Just wait. Wait for my number one.
Because I was gonna say this might lead me into Doc's number one. Go ahead, my friend.
Star Wars Squadrons.
Oh no! Here we go.
You don't put out a Star Wars flyer and make it a fucking battle royale game. What the fuck is wrong with you, EA? Come on now. You want to put out a good Star Wars flyer, a good dogfighter? Give us Rogue Squadron. Give us X-Wing versus TIE Fighter. I don't know what the fuck Squadrons is, but it's definitely not even any of those. It is blasphemous. It is literally shit.
Dude, I bought that game too.
Another waste. They knew it was going to elicit this type of ire. That's why they only charged $40 and they're like, yeah, it's not really a game. This is just a project we were putting out, guys. So, take it for what you will. No, EA. No. Bad. So this way you can sit there and go, oh, by the way, if you want to get your favorite pilots, here's a bunch of fucking microtransactions. Fuck you, EA.
I should have saw that one coming, but
this is what it's like.
I don't know why I even thought I could give them the chance to even do something good, and they didn't again. So thank the Lord that the chains are broken, that let my people go. Finally, we can have other
free
Star
at last,
Wars.
free at last. Oh Lord, free at last.
We have other Star Wars people gonna make games now. Fuck. If only Jon Favreau was a game designer, that'd be something, huh?
Please, Jon Favreau, get into game design.
Well, guys, my number one is Fallout motherfucking 76.
I know. Yeah.
That was not the given title of the game, no, but that's the title that it deserves because it's awful. And man, it sucks, man, because I love Bethesda, and I've loved Bethesda for a long time. In Fallout series, I loved Fallout. I had a car. I don't know if you remember my car, Griffin. It had the fucking Ad Victorium gear symbol on it. The fucking Ad Victorium brother, yeah, the fucking the Paladins and all that shit. I'm so into fucking Fallout, bro. Fallout 3 was amazing. Fallout 2 was amazing. Fallout Vegas was amazing. Fallout 4 kind of fell short a little bit, but it was still a lot of fun. I still enjoyed the shit out of it.
Hey, it gave me the ability to do Minecraft and Fallout. I was happy.
And also we got to run around Boston, finally.
Boston. Wait. My one beef with that, though. You can run around Boston, but where the fuck is my freaking Red Sox hat? You're in Boston. Give me a Sox hat. Come on now. That I would pay for a DLC. Bethesda, if you're listening, give me a Boston Red Sox DLC.
That would have been incredible. You're already standing in fucking Diamond City anyway. I was hoping to see something there, but even if you could just sneak it in.
I'm fucking dumb. I just now realized what Diamond City really is. It's the fucking Red Sox baseball stadium, huh?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Fenway, kid.
They even make you go get the green.
Yeah. But then they come out with 76, bro, and it sucks because they hyped it for like a year as one of the cooler, and they did everything that Fallout does. The cool trailers, the old music, the fucking, they talk to you as if you were there, all that stuff. They hyped it up for a year, and then they gave you that bullshit. They made it multiplayer only. I even played it on the Game Pass. It's still not fun, dude. It's just, they ruined it. Stop ruining good shit. Don't fucking fix what's not broken. For the love of fuck's sake.
Wait, hold on.
Wait, did I say that wrong?
We have a game on here that wasn't made by EA?
Well, I mean, Bethesda made my list twice tonight. EA made it twice tonight. And Ukes made it once for me.
Yeah, dude, I have Capcom twice, EA once, and fucking whatever Bungie's fucking company was after. Damn, that was a random ass.
But one of mine were EA.
But the common denominator here is Electronic motherfucking Arts.
So terrible.
I just hope that you guys do better, or just stop. Just stop trying to make games that aren't EA Sports at this point, because what else is the fucking point after that? There's nothing after that. You're not doing anything special with any of the EA games. You're ruining all the first-person shooters. You ruined Battlefront. You ruined Battlefield. Just stop, please. It's not necessary anymore. If you want to put out fucking Madden every year and FIFA every year, you couldn't even make a fucking basketball game. They stopped doing that. Common denominator: be better. Well, those are all of the the bad games of the night and all those things. But I'm gonna cut over to you fellas. The floor is yours. The doctor is in and the Griffin has landed tonight.
Oh, no.
So the floor is your guys for last minute shout outs, news, all those things. So and I'll go find us somebody to raid.
Griffin, how you doing, buddy?
Reminiscing about all the fucking games that I wasted my time on. And like I said last news stream, I said, dude, it was like I played them like Duke Nukem. Take Duke Nukem. I have to fucking say something about Duke Nukem because I still love Duke Nukem. Yes, it was a shitty game, but I played the fuck out of it. I still played the fuck out of it because I was like, 15 when I found out who Duke Nukem really was, and I was like, this is awesome. And I just ran with the fucking idea, and I was like, cool, whatever. But no,
my mentality with the whole thing is, if you enjoyed playing it, it's not really wasting your time with it, right?
Mm-hmm. You're right about that. I think next week we should do games that we wish were continued.
And I'll have to either send you my list or something because I'm not going to be here next week. I'm going to be getting ready to head back to the East Coast. So,
you're coming back to join
with
us.
With that being said, all my Enter the Gamer peeps, we have a lot of good stuff coming down the pipe for you. I am currently working on a new podcast. Name to be announced later at a later date, but we have a great cast for it. It's going to be a Call of Cthulhu role-playing game that we will be not really live streaming, but it will be going straight to podcast. So keep an eye out for that. We have some arena games that are going to be coming up that I'm going to be working with Rules of Engagement Games back in Havelock, North Carolina. And we'll be probably seeing Gunny Jesse, the SNCO to the Emperor, coming back and doing some more Salt Lines. So stay tuned for that. You got any projects coming up, Griff?
Look, I'm just trying to get better at Dragon Ball, man. I got my ass kicked this morning, dude. It's terrible, dude. I was trying to dodge it. Xenoverse 2. I play all of them. I bought all of them because I was like, fuck it, dude. I might as well. And I bought all of them. I bought Xenoverse 2. I bought Kakarot and Fighters, which is supposed to be pronounced Fighters, but I still pronounce it Fighters. But I've been playing Xenoverse 2, trying to get back into it, and I just got destroyed this morning, dude. It was terrible.
Is Jump Force is it worth looking into at all? Because it's got like Dragon Ball Z vibe to it.
Jump Force is
a shonen. I'm not playing shonens, but I know they do a better game.
Jump Force is good. Yugi is the best character.
Yes. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is in that fucking game, and so is the Dark Magician, the girl Dark Magician. And it's wild.
It is wild. It's a fun game. It's a 3D rotating camera fighting game.
Real
it's
life.
a good time.
It's like the character models are based off real life, so it's fucking crazy.
I think they got it on Game Pass, man.
I might have to for the shonen games, but never been much into DBZ. But I will say this about them: it's like freaking WWE games. I don't know why, but Dragon Ball Z games are the best fighters.
I don't know why either.
They're the best fighting game.
So fucking mad at like Mortal Kombat. I can't play Mortal Kombat. You will never see me play Mortal Kombat for one reason. I get mad. I literally will get mad at Mortal Kombat. I can't figure out how to fucking play. But if you play Dragon Ball Z with me, I don't care if I get my ass kicked. I'll laugh, but I'll still try to fight. I guess it's because I don't fucking know.
The fact you can punch people.
Exactly.
That in itself is just.
I'm going to have to get on this Dragon Ball hype eventually, guys. But we're going to go ahead and cut on over to our shout-outs for tonight. Thank you guys to RW Gaming Havelock, the Hybrid ATX Summer Camp, the Orlando Wizard. Make sure you check him out on YouTube. the modernprogramming.com and look for their app Anti-Pong. I believe he put out a multiplayer update, and now he's doing his artificial intelligence is supposed to be a new one, supposed to be adaptive to try and it recognizes if you're a bad player, shitty player, casual player. Some intense coding he was telling me about.
Battle Royale.
Pong Battle Royale. Maybe I'll talk to him about that. And shout out, like we said, to the Fit and Prep Food Delivery. They are one of the better food delivery services in Orlando. So if you're in the area, make sure you hit them up on Instagram. Shout out to all of our streaming buddies: Austin Champ, Fair Kings Productions, Sono Kid, and if you need some comic books, head over to comicheaven.net. I'm sorry, and you can also hear the interview with Johnny Comic Books that we did. That was a lot of fun. And shout out to Floppy and the Sleepy Planet, the Sleepy Planet dev, Remy Crespo, one of our good friends and developers. And then our VIP fan for the month of January is the Wind Rider. And thank you to all of our new fans on the podcast platforms. We've see you everywhere. I've seen the numbers increasing on Apple and Spotify and Amazon Music. I really appreciate that, the new subscribing. And also, I've found us on random third-party websites as well. So if you're one of those people sharing us, thank you, I guess. Yeah, thank you very much for those as well. Head on over to etgactual.com to read yourself some articles. I know Dan's got some stuff coming up for us on there.
I'm working.
Yeah, when he gets back, he'll have the new video that we did, my Anthony Bourdain style video, if you will, and we'll have the updated website and all that stuff. And then you can follow myself at AJ East Coast on everything, and look forward. We're going to be doing an esports academy for kids interview with the owner of this shop. I walked into it in Orlando and at the mall. It's very high tech and crazy. There were probably over $1 million worth of equipment in there. So we're gonna find out what the story is over there. How about you guys? Go ahead and give us out your socials and things like that you'd like us to follow on.
You can follow me just on Twitch, Griffin43210 as always.
And as you all know, as Gamer Actual, you can find me everywhere at etgactual.com, etgactual Twitter, etgactual Twitch, so on and so forth, blah, blah, blah.
If you guys haven't subscribed, please, this episode and more is available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Amazon Music as well. That is it, guys, for the evening. I found us someone to raid, Mr. Dito DiBiase, a good friend of mine and also a fellow game designer as well. Anything else, fellas?
Mm-hmm.
Well, with that being said...
never game alone, everybody.
That is correct. With that being said, guys, my name is AJ East Coast, and I have been your host, and we'll see you guys next week.